for the, special call meeting. So at this time, go ahead. Thank you. All right, Madam Clerk, will you call the roll?
Berry,
Yes.
Brackett,
Yes.
Cunningham,
Yes.
Dove,
Here.
Ferguson,
Yes.
Gann,
Here.
Goss,
Here.
Hamilton, Hendrickson,
Yes.
Hester,
Here.
Hooks,
Here.
Kirby,
Here.
Lehman,
Here.
Parks,
Here.
Wilson.
Here. All right, consider us in order. At this time, we'll, hear from the public, but it'll be only in reference to replacements of the school board, member. So does anyone from the public want to speak at this time? All right, hearing none, seeing none. So this, special business is to fill the District 6 vacancy on the Roane County School Board, created by the resignation of the newly appointed County Commissioner, Nancy Hamilton. At this time, we'll, open the floor up to accept, nominations. Now Nancy's letter of resignation has already been accepted.
Has it been accepted at a previous meeting?
It was school. You submitted it that night, did you not?
January the 8th.
Okay.
Did we vote on it, Mr. Chairman? I know she submitted it, but I think we have to vote on it, I think.
Did the school board vote on it?
Yes, Mr. Jenkins, can I call Mr. Jenkins?
Yes, it was on our consent agenda, and it was accepted.
Okay, that should be sufficient.
All right, thank you. At this time, we'll open up the floor, for nominations to be heard.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Robert Harrell, lifelong Kingston resident, graduated Kingston, his wife. His daughter graduated from Kingston. His son's currently enrolled at Roane County High School. He's not here tonight. He's running stuff for the baseball team, but he is glad and willing to serve if he gets appointed.
All right, any other nominations? Do I have a motion to cease nominations?
Motion to cease.
All right. So right now, the vote for, is for Robert Harrell. I think you have his, letter saying that he'll accept, and be advised, this is from now until August. And then the candidate would have to pick up a packet and run in August. So this is just a short-term field. So this time, it'll be a yes or no vote. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Berry,
Yes.
Brackett,
Yes.
Cunningham,
Yes.
Dove,
Yes.
Ferguson,
Yes.
Gann,
Yes.
Goss,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Hendrickson,
Yes.
Hester,
Yes.
Hooks,
Yes.
Kirby,
Yes.
Lehman,
Yes.
Parks,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
All right, motion passes 15-0. So, Mr. Harrell will be the new school board member till the August election. This time, this is all the business to come for the special call meeting. This time I'll take a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, good deal. Now, let's go into our, without skipping a beat, let's go right into our, regular call county commission meeting.
All rise. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. This honorable Roane County Commissioners meeting is now in session. Your Honorable Chairman Shannon Hester presiding. God bless these United States, the great state of Tennessee, in this honorable meeting. At this time, Commissioner Hooks is going to lead us in prayer. Afterwards, remain standing for the pledge to our nation's flag.
Let's bow our heads. Father, it's again that we've come to you, grateful for another time, Father God, to assemble in this room, Lord, and have to conduct the business of our county, to make our county a better county, our state a better state. Lord, but we want to lift up Super Jack to you this evening, Lord, and his mom, his dad, Father, there in Memphis. We pray that you just wrap your arms around them, love them up, Lord, and let them know that you're nigh. Father, we're thankful for your son, Jesus, that he died for us all, that we might have life and have it more abundantly. Help us here as we go through this meeting process. We only pray that everything will be done in decent and in order and pleasing to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated, and please silence your cell phones.
Mr. Chairman,
Sir.
since we have a special call meeting and a regular meeting tonight, I would make a motion that, we move these meetings together for the purposes of payment.
Yes, sir. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Berry. All right, roll's been called electronically, all present. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from February 12th, 2024 meeting? Motion by Wilson, second by Commissioner Duff. Commissioner Wilson,
Nothing further.
Commissioner Duff,
Nothing.
Madam Clerk. All right, motion, 15, accept committee, reports and correspondence. Motion by Mr. Berry, second by Commissioner Hooks. Commissioner Berry.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a little housekeeping on number one, on the Board of Zoning Appeals. We've got members absent, Scott Stout, and called to order by Scott Stout. So we just need to figure out who called the meeting to order and correct that, please. Number five, I've met with a couple groups, and they have some concerns about the cleanliness down at the landfill facility. Saying that we've got odor coming out of the trash bins, and let's see if we can maybe get pressure washed or something, and just picking up litter really around the county is become a real issue to some folks moving in. They can't believe that, the number of spots and houses and things that they see with litter. So litter is something that we might want to concentrate some efforts on as far as our long-range planning thing goes. Opioid settlement, what the ER peer specialist at Roane Medical Center, can you share with us what that is?
Yeah, it is a peer recovery specialist that you all approved as part of that recommendation from the Opioid Council. We proposed that to the administrator at Roane Medical Center and his staff, and they have accepted that and approved that. Covenant Health, the board approved that position at Roane Medical Center. So they will post, I'm not sure when the position will be posted, but it should be soon. And they'll begin measuring that. From the time that position's hired, they'll have about 1 year to measure the effectiveness of that before the Opioid Council will come back and tell you what the results of that work. But measuring the effectiveness of each of these positions is very important moving forward. But they've approved it, moved forward.
So that's a positive moving
Very,
forward.
very positive.
Okay. I guess number 18, and that's for our county attorney report there. So we're now obligated, committees and public meetings, to have public notice access. But we can confine it to the agenda that night.
Yes, you can, because the statute says that public comments are intended for matters that are pertinent or pertaining to the agenda.
So we can tie that to the agenda for that night. So if we have someone who wants to get out of the boundaries of the agenda, then we can bring them back in.
Yes.
To those parameters.
Yes, because you have a state statute, and and it defines public comment as where the public can comment on matters germane to the items on the agenda.
Very good. So that's sort of new territory for us, I think so. And then on the interlocal cooperation agreements, those have been in place. Those are just the ones that we're providing planning for those 3 cities. Right?
Yes, and this one had never appeared in correspondence, and we wanted to make sure that this was back in
August.
August. Yeah, back in August. But it had failed to appear in the commission packet. So we discovered that and made sure it was included in this one.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Hooks, you have a second.
Yes, Mr. President.
All right, Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries. All right, for notaries, guys, we're gonna display them up here for you to look at on the big screen. So if you would, go ahead and take a look at these, notaries, and I'll take a motion in a second. All right, motion by Hendrickson, second by Wilson. Commissioner Hendrickson.
Appreciate your willingness, sir.
Commissioner Wilson.
Nothing further.
Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries 15. All right, at this time, we're gonna be hearing from the delegations, or delegates. So if you want to have business to come in front of the, Roane County, do so now.
Scott Mason, City of Harriman. Got in your packets, just a couple of things I want to make you aware of this afternoon, this evening. Cover packet right there is a reflection of the community investment funds that you all voted several months ago to give the City of Harriman for the renovation of our David Webb Riverfront restrooms. And just a small portion, our entire project's going to last, cost about $24,000, but you can see in both sheets with the $15,000 through that community investment fund, we were able to use to great advantage. And not only am I representing the city council from Harriman tonight, but all the people who get to use that park. Bathrooms have been completely redone and much cleaner and now ADA accessible. So we could not have done that without the help of the county commission and community investment grant. Second page that was in your packet, just a little flyer here. Should county commission choose to pass resolution 3-2403 this evening, one of the things that we are possibly looking at in the city, putting on 70 acres by TBA would be a multi-sports complex. We've also talked about Physicians Plaza, but just an example of what that might look like. Again, we're still in the early stages, but we envision it as something that would go with the ball fields at Swan Pond and maybe be a draw for the whole county. And again, it's dreaming big, but it all hinges on that 70 acres from TBA and something we would love to look at doing in our long-range plans. And I brought Charlie with me this evening. He's our Parks and Rec director, and I don't know anybody happier than have those clean bathrooms and renovated bathrooms than Charlie, but we really do, like I said, appreciate that assistance.
Mr. Chairman, while he's got the floor, I'd like to commend them too on another project that you have going. I guess it's local, your own money, and that's pickleball courts, outdoor pickleball courts.
It is. Hopefully by the middle of April, we'll have 6 brand new pickleball courts, take some of the pressure off Kingston City. Yeah, that's going on at Flour Mill Flats, and we did include that in our budget, and looking very forward to having those 6 courts open by the middle of April.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. All right, anyone else want to address the county commission?
Gail Byer, District 2, and also Executive Director of Roane. I was here last month, and I presented to you an idea about being able to help our veterans with the digital literacy class. So I appreciate all the great questions you had, as well as the positive feedback and asking for Roane to be able to apply for the nonprofit funding, which we have. So hopefully we'll hear a positive response from y'all. And then also I wanted to be able to provide you with additional information, what we are providing to students who are participating. We get a lot of questions for people who do come to our digital literacy class about various things, and specifically it's about how to avoid scams. A lot of people are afraid, sorry about that, A lot of people are afraid of this artificial intelligence thing. They see all over the news, the AI stuff, and there's pros and cons of it, but we do want to create some awareness. So we are including that additionally in there. Federal Trade Commission does provide free flyers that talk about scams and identity theft, so we are providing that to our students as well as anybody else in the community is interested in knowing more about this technology that is fast changing our environment here. If you haven't heard about artificial intelligence at this point, you're gonna hear about it, okay? I also want to provide to you a brochure that we're handing out as well, hot off the press. We are looking for lots of volunteers because the more people find out about what we do, we're not just in Roane County anymore. We're doing training in Oak Ridge Public Library, Crossville Public Library, Loudoun County, Ray County, and Knox County. And that's by just promoting information on Facebook. So people are really interested because 97% of people in the United States have some cellular device. So whether they are on the internet or not, they are out there and they're concerned. They're concerned about what do I do with my information? How do I handle this? And then also a lot of people are not being provided with manuals anymore about how to use devices like this. Some people come to us and they said, please help me understand what my phone number is. So we'd help people with that. Do you have any questions about what we do? All right, go to roanenet.org and I'll provide our latest information.
Thank you.
Good evening. It's good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm Justin Snow, President, CEO of the Roane Alliance. As we get into spring, our event sheet starts filling up again. So I want to give you a new copy of our event sheet. Lots going on this week. Wednesday, WBIR, the Hometown Spotlight, will be in Oliver Springs to showcase Oliver Springs this week. 4 to 5 o'clock. I think everybody's been invited. So they'll meet at the train depot. So WBIR Hometown Spotlight. Busy weekend, Friday, actually into Saturday, the King Cat fishing tournament will be in Kingston. They'll launch and weigh in at Labs Landing. Also in Kingston, the Spring Street Festival will be on Saturday. And then also in Harriman, at Texas Theater, there's going to be a showing of Peter the Rabbit. So lots going on. I always like to give you guys a copy of the event sheet. This is the busiest time of the year for the Roane Alliance. Not only are we doing our normal jobs, but we're preparing for gala, and we put together a real nice annual report this year. Super proud of everything that happened in 2023. This actually came off the printer about 3 hours ago. So I wanted you guys to see it first. So it's fresh off the printer. I'm going to make just a few comments, really from the President's letter on the inside cover. 2023 was a year marked by transformation, innovation, monumental wins, and community engagement. The Roane Alliance experienced a transformational shift in the way that we engage with our community and members. Early on, I challenged our team, the team that I work with, to be visible, responsive, intentional, and transformational, and try to do new stuff. So hopefully you are seeing that in the community. We're trying to do a lot of new stuff. In fact, on August 1st, we held the first ever countywide national night out. There was other exciting developments throughout the county, including the Rockwood Marina and RV Resort, the city of Kingston proudly hosting the St. Croix Bassmaster Fishing Tournament, and then the city of Harriman with their first ever Rockin' New Year's Eve party. Lots of cool events. I'm going to highlight on the ECD page. What highlighted the year was the announcement of Malibu Boats that's transformed the county. We announced 770 jobs over the next 5 years, an investment of $75 million, which was the largest job announcement in the county's history. So, in fact, if we talk about return on investment in the IDB given back to the county, last year alone, there was 3 new tracts of land sold, totaling 70 acres, $1.8 million in land proceeds back to the county. And since 2021, I'll close with this. And what's scheduled to close early this year, the Roane County IDB will have sold 250 acres of land, resulting in nearly $5 million in land sale proceeds. That's resulted in the creation and retention of 1,200 jobs with over $200 million in capital investment. So take time to look through the annual report. It shows the worth, it shows the full body of work for everybody that I work with each and every day. That concludes my report, and I'll be more than glad to answer any questions that you guys have.
Mr. Berry.
Just how many acres do we have left, in the park that are building?
In Rockwood, probably bits and pieces, probably 45 to 50 acres. Roane Regional, I would say 50 to 75, but we're having to get a lot more creative. We've sold a lot of the land, but there's still bits and pieces. TPA Group's scheduled to break ground sometime this month, early April, on phase 2 spec building. There'll be another phase 3 spec building going up next year. So a lot of land's being purchased, but there's still bits and pieces left.
I guess my next question would be, are we actively looking now to further that park, or I mean, we're very, very short at 50 acres.
We are, yeah. And we're all the time looking. An example, I've already had conversations with landowners just outside the park at Roane Regional to gauge their interest, if they'd be willing to sell their land for industrial use. And there's some interest in that. So,
The only reason I bring that up is in the past, we've sometimes have waited to the last minute to try to do something, and then, yeah, you know how long it takes to make sure the utilities are there, and make sure you have a willing seller and all of that stuff. So it would be helpful for us to have a little time to put all that together.
The good thing about, these are some pretty good things that's happened in the past 3 years. The bad thing about it is that it's all happening, and we're put in a position where we're looking for land. We're looking for land. I know the Long Range Planning Committee, they're looking for residential, industrial pieces of property throughout the county. So, yeah, it's a good thing, and it's a bad thing, but it is being addressed.
Sounds like you do a really good job. Let's hurry up.
Now,
Thanks for a job, great job.
Yeah.
The K-25 site, which is in Roane County, we've still got plenty of land there, and they're still going forward with the airport.
There's still discussions, ongoing discussions on the best potential high use for that property, whether that's airport or whether that's industrial use. So that's still being considered and talked about.
But we still got companies that's working on coming in, maybe to make fuel for the reactors and stuff like that.
We're actively working projects right now, not on that particular piece of property, but if we can't sell land in our parks, we're actually reaching out and positioning some of the DOE property for potential projects right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, anyone else want to address the Roane County Commission?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Casey Shanti. I live in the Longville community in District 6. Here in the Longville community, we have a major traffic safety issue. We have issues with speeding, people not maintaining their lane of travel, and overall aggressive driving. My friends and neighbors have had their fences taken out, mailboxes taken out, mirrors lost, and so on from people driving too fast and not paying attention. I and others have been passed across the center line on multiple occasions. Just this weekend, someone tried to pass my sister across the center line, and when they couldn't, tailgated her all the way to her destination and gave her rude gestures as she was turning off the road, all for doing the speed limit. While I can give more examples of my own personal experiences, along with those of my friends, neighbors, and family, numbers speak volumes. Within the last year, TDOT has placed a traffic counter on Longville Road at set location 0, 1, 2, 2, 4, which from the map appears to be at Young's Chapel Church. This data is publicly accessible from the traffic count database system. According to the database, the TDOT counter was tracking traffic at this location on May 11th, 2023. For reference, the speed limit on Longville Road is 30 miles per hour. Here are some of the metrics that TDOT gathered on that day. A total of 1,724 cars passed through the set location. I won't read, due to time, all of the metrics that I've gotten from the database, but a total of 134 of those cars were up to and within 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. That's 7.77%. 1,320 vehicles were traveling in excess of 10 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. That's 76.57%. The fastest speed tracked that day was between 75 and 80 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour speed limit zone. The 85th percentile, so 85% of cars were going on average 49 miles per hour, nearly 20 miles over the posted speed limit. It is time for us to address our traffic safeties in this community. I'm terrified for my parents to go to their mailboxes. I'm terrified for my neighbor fixing his fences. I'm terrified for my friends raising their children along this road. I recognize that the Roane County Sheriff's Office has had more of a presence on Longville Road, and I thank them for that. However, I don't know that there have been many, if any, tickets written. I asked for the Roane County Sheriff's Department and the Tennessee Highway Patrol to write more tickets. I asked for more patrols, especially within the hours of heaviest traffic flow, like morning and evening commutes. I asked for individuals traveling through the Longville community to be held accountable for reckless driving. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, anyone else?
May I say something, Casey? I live there, and I'm with you, and I appreciate you coming to our commission to let us know what's going on. And so thank you for standing up for our community.
She was doing 70 that day.
Mr. Chairman, could we refer that to the Sheriff's Liaison Committee and see if we can, ask the sheriff to help us, and maybe the sheriff can help with the highway patrol and see, it's terrible.
Yeah, it is, and I will say, Casey, I do know that they have been patrolling there, and I do know they've written some tickets. I don't know today how many, but I know several. So I know some of the residents and I have had conversations. The traffic has slowed a bit because I think people are noticing, but I think we have a lot more work to do. So thank you for making us aware of this issue.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Hey, one more thing, I will let you know this too, that, talked to the highway department, and from the last I understand, they're gonna be putting up 2 more speed limit signs and trying to catch some of the people, you know, just making it more aware, and then they're gonna be putting up the digital display that's got its good and bad points too, but they're gonna be doing that as well, and then getting very aggressive, more aggressive with, speeding tickets, because there won't be any. You know, they've had fair warning, for sure. So.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else want to speak? All right, this is your final time. All right, hearing none, seeing none, we'll move on to the county attorney's report.
Mr. Chairman, I have nothing to report. I will answer questions if anyone has any.
All right, no questions for the county attorney?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the county executive report.
Mr. Chairman, this time I have nothing to report. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
So there's a ball game tonight, I just don't know. That's a rare moment. All right, good deal. We'll move on and get through this pretty quickly. At this time, we're on special orders. So confirmation of appointment for Christine West to serve as a trustee for a 3-year term for the Roane County Library. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Hendricks, and a second by Gann. Commissioner Hendricks.
Nothing further.
Commissioner Gann.
Nothing further, sir.
Madam Clerk. 15. Confirmation of appointment of Nancy Hamilton to the Environmental Review Board by Wade Creswell, County Executive. This term is, continuous with Commissioner Hamilton's County Commission term. Motion by Brackett, second by Henderson. Commissioner Brackett.
Glad it's her, not me. Thank you.
Commissioner Henderson.
I can't, I mean, I agree with you, that's, I'm glad it's you.
Mr. Chairman, can I provide some clarification here
Yes.
for a second? There was a little bit of confusion at the last meeting about the ERB appointment process. And the way the current resolution is written in the bylaws are, that is the appointment of the county executive. And in researching this, we discovered that Commissioner Duff and Commissioner Gann were appointed by the Committee on Committees. And the Committee on Committees didn't have that appointment. So that's why you'll see, we talked about this at our ERB meeting, go ahead and put them on here too. So officially, we're nominating, or I'm appointing all three of them, and you all will confirm. That's the way the resolution.
So we got a chance now to deny them.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, no,
Please do.
Please don't.
All right, any other discussion on the appointment of Nancy Hamilton? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. 15 carried. Confirmation appointment of Larry Boggs to the Roane County Public Utility Board to fill the vacancy of Mr. Allen Deeds. This term will expire June 30, 2025. Motion by.
Back up to 3, I think.
No, they, the order, because this was.
Do I have a different order? I've got electronic.
No, you get the right order, I think. And right answer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Larry Boggs.
All right, well, let's vote on Larry Boggs, whether he's 3 or 5 on your sheet. How about that? I have a motion and a second.
Okay, it's corrected.
All right,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So we're voting on
Larry
Boggs.
Boggs,
Yeah.
Larry Boggs, the one I read.
Mine.
All right, motion carried, motion carries 15. Confirmation appointment of Ben Gann to the Environmental Review Board by Wade Creswell, County Executive. This term is continuous with his commissioner's term. Motion by Henderson, second by Brackett. Commissioner Henderson.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Brackett.
nothing.
Any debate? Madam Clerk. All right. The confirmation of appointment of Lance Dove to the Environmental Review Board by Wade Creswell, County Executive. Term is continuous with his commissioner term. Commissioner Henderson.
Appreciate your willingness to serve, bro.
Commissioner Parks.
Nothing further.
Madam Clerk. All right, there's no zoning, the old business has been pulled, so we'll go right into our new business. Resolution 03-2401, a resolution authorizing the abandonment of all interest in approximately 18,149 square feet of right of way on Dogwood Ridge Drive in Kingston. Motion by Brackett, second by Gann. Commissioner Brackett.
Nothing.
Commissioner Gann.
Nothing, sir.
Any debate? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. All right, motion carries 15. All right, resolution 03-2402, resolution updating the committees of the Roane County Commission for a period from March 18th, 2024 to October 18th, 2024. Motion by Wilson, second by Parks. Commissioner Wilson.
Nothing further.
Commissioner Parks.
Nothing further.
Any discussion?
All we're doing is just adding Commissioner Hamilton's and updating the rest of them, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk. Carried. All right, resolution 3-2403, formally requested Tennessee Valley Authority, to transfer the following parcel to the city of Herman for future economic development. Motion by Brad Goss, second by Junior Henderson. Commissioner Goss.
Mr. Chairman, I think overall, everybody's seen the papers, Mr. Mason made his speech. This is going to be a phenomenal asset, not just to the Midtown area, but the county as a whole. So, I hope everybody supports it. I'm excited about it. I'm more excited that, it's happening in my district, so kudos to Harriman again, so that's all I have, sir.
Commissioner Henderson.
Ever since TVA turned that over to us, I've tried to get Harriman to take this and run with it, so hopefully we can do that. It's been a long road, guys. Thank you.
All right, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. All right, we have somebody talking?
Just,
Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Berry.
real quick, so if we pass this tonight, the indoor aquatic center is going to be.
You gotta get pickleball first.
I think that you can see, I mean, I love their out of the box thinking. I mean, this is huge for our county, and we talk about motels and restaurants, this is how you get it. And, certainly, thank you for your farsightedness and ability to start, and we hope we can, I guess, be a little part of it. Is there anything we can do, Counselor, to speed it up?
I don't know of anything.
Is this part of our current lease?
No.
Okay, very good. That answers a whole lot of our problems right there.
This is a TVA, this is the land that borders the interstate. And so Harriman has formally requested this property, and this would be us doing the same for Harriman. And also too, on the aquatic center, we host a mayor's meeting, city mayors and me every quarter. And this has been a topic that we've talked about several times, that the cities would love to work with the county to try to pull something off like this. And we're trying to figure out what that would look like. So to have the vision that it could be here, right in the middle of the county, would definitely take us a step further. If TVA would truly grant this request.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right, any other discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Motion carries 15. All right, resolution making additional or changes to the Roane County Government Employee Handbook. Motion by Parks, second by Henderson. Commissioner Parks.
Nothing further.
Commissioner Henderson.
Nothing further.
Any discussion? Commissioner Goss.
Mr. Chairman, I want to commend Jennifer and Connie and all the other staff members of the personnel committee that worked on this. This is going to be definitely a help for employees that don't have a lot of time built up, that have serious medical issues that they've got to deal with. So I want to thank them for the hard work they put into it, and it's going to be a great payoff.
All right, Commissioner Berry.
I concur, they've done a great job. I only wish that I could take part of their life insurance, but there's an age limit on this thing, so I guess I'm fast approaching that. The only question I had was on bereavement leave. I think we've allowed it up to department heads to be
Elected officials.
to be responsible for how they're doing their flowers and that kind of thing. So basically, we've got a different pocket for each department, right?
Now, currently, the handbook says that we cannot purchase flowers with operating funds. This would remove that and leave that up to the elected official.
So right now, we have a policy in place with that, but this would remove it.
Right.
Which again would get us each department. And we have no parameters on this department sends it to this level of family, this department sends it to that level. Do we need some parameters on that?
Connie, I mean, shoot, they're trying to
There's no parameters, but I mean,
if you're gonna buy flowers, you would buy one set of flowers, a bouquet of flowers and send it on. I mean, don't go out and spend $1,000 on flowers.
So it would come out of each of their budgets then, right? Or no? If it's not coming out of county funds?
If you're allowing them to make the decision to buy flowers out of operating money, yes, it would come out of their budget.
$5.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other charges.
Okay, so each one would have a line item with other incidentals that would just become a.
Yes, there's a line of $5.99 with, is other charges that could be anything other than what's listed in the budget of a code. If you wanted to buy materials, other materials that's not specifically set in the chart of accounts, it could be paid under other, as long as it's in their budget.
Okay, so each department then it would be up to them to who they wanted to send those flowers to, your cousins, only immediate family, whatever they wanted, however they wanted to do it.
I would say employees and employees'
But,
families.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying, we have nothing in writing now that.
No, there is nothing in the handbook that specifies how far out of the family tree you can go.
Well, as we talked about earlier, in our office, on behalf of the county, sometimes we send to officials or, you know, if there's people in the region or the state that we work with who have suffered a loss or something, we'll send flowers in those cases too, and that's certainly outside of that. So there needed to be, at least in our case, some latitude to be able to do that. Just have,
So that we need to send it back and get some language. I don't want to be nitpicky on it, but I don't want this one to get to a cousin and this one not, and then say, well, county commission, you know, they send us any flowers.
so when, can we further carve out of that into a different line item?
No, I mean, you would just specifically, you know, comes out of $5.99, that's how we've paid it
I don't
in the
think it's really
past.
the line item, it's just the parameters of how we're gonna, who.
You all could, I mean, it could have an amendment that you say for the employees and their spouse, or their immediate family children.
Immediate family. Yeah, I like immediate family, I mean, that would,
Yeah.
if we can define immediate, I think immediate family would be just that person. I would make that motion that we incorporate under bereavement leave, under funeral, flowers and things that we limit the purchase of flowers to immediate family. I second that, if it's, if we put it on it.
Would that include like, say, my grandchild, somebody's grandchild, would that include flowers for them?
It's usually mother, father, sister, brother, husband, wife, that's your immediate family.
Of county employees only? Of county employees only, is that what you're saying?
Well, remember, of county employees.
So,
Employees and commissioners.
so what if a city, let's say something happens to a city mayor?
Well, I think you have some discretion.
Well, if that's why I'm asking, because if we write this into the handbook, it'll take away my discretion.
So the employee handbook only refers to the county employees.
Right.
You would still have discretion on how to use your discretionary funds, just like every other elected official would.
No matter how it's written in the handbook?
No matter how it's written in the handbook, because the handbook just applies to county employees. If you are going to put something in the handbook about county employees, you need to define whatever you mean by immediate family, if that's the word that you, or the phrase that you choose.
All right, so, Mr. Duff, I'll get to you here in just a second. So we have a motion. Tell me the narrative of your motion again. Amber, have you captured it? Flowers to immediate family members?
Which would be parents, siblings, spouse.
Yes.
That's good.
Or not siblings, children. Not,
Mr. Duff, I've got an amendment here. I'll come back to you after we, deal with this amendment. I've got a motion by Barry and a second by who seconded it? Dan? All right, so, any other discussion on the amendment?
Did the county attorney not just say that the discretion would still fall to the elected official, with or without this amendment?
The elected official has discretion on how to spend discretionary funds. Now, if you say in your personnel policy that these are the relatives of employees that we're going to buy flowers for, then every county office that operates under this personnel policy would be limited to that. But each elected official has the authority to choose their own personnel policy, so they can opt out of this and make whatever provisions they want to.
Which is kind of what the original resolution was. You left the discretion to the elected official, which whether you pass this or not, the discretion will still fall to the elected official. Right? What you just said, it's their discretionary spending.
They'd have to, in this case, they'd have to opt out.
They would have to develop their own personnel policies concerning this. This would limit what you buy for employees, for the county officials that are operating under this personnel policy. It wouldn't limit what they bought for city mayors or non-relatives of employees or whatever. It would just pertain to what they buy when an employee has a death in the family.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, I have a motion and a second to amend, so let's deal with that first. Any other discussion, Mr. Duff? Mr. Duff?
I think that it's, it is mute. I think that my questions have been answered. I don't have anything else.
All right. So, any other discussion on resolution 32404? As amended now.
We gotta vote on the amendment.
All right, all those in favor, well, I guess, Amber, can you do that, or do you need me to?
This vote will include the amendment.
Okay,
You got vote on
So we gotta do the amendment first.
Yeah, I gotta vote to amend first. I can do it voice if you want, or.
We can do that.
All right, motion to amend, 032404, the employee handbook. All those in favor, Madam Clerk?
Barry,
Yes.
Brackett,
Yes.
Cunningham. No. Duff,
Yes.
Ferguson,
Yes.
Gann,
Yes.
Goss,
Yes.
Hamilton. Yes. Hendrickson,
Nah.
Hester,
Yes.
Hooks,
Yes.
Kirby,
Yes.
Lehman,
Yes.
Parks,
No.
Wilson.
Yes.
Well, three. All right, motion to amend carries. Now, as amended, resolution 032404 as amended. And this will be your electronic vote. All right, 14-1. All right, motion carries. Moving on to 32405, resolution amending operations of the general fund 101 for fiscal year ending 2024. Motion by Wilson, second by Henderson. Commissioner Wilson.
This is just cleanup resolutions been before the budget committee, passed unanimously.
All right, Commissioner Henderson.
Nothing further.
All right, Commissioner Gann.
I apologize, I didn't mean to do that.
All right, anyone, any debate?
Buses.
All right, hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Fifteen carried. All right, resolution 3/2406, amending the general purpose school fund 141 and school federal projects fund 142 for the 2023-24 fiscal year. Commissioner Henderson.
None further.
Commissioner Wilson.
This has been for the budget. It's a, moving of money, error in payroll. It's been corrected, but this is what this is.
All right, any debate? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Motion carries. Resolution amending the general purpose school fund 141, reflecting changes in revenue expenditures estimates for 23-24 fiscal year. Motion by Hendricks, second by Hooks. Commissioner Hendricks.
None further.
Commissioner Hooks.
This has been before the budget committee recommends adoption, it's just a cleanup for the school year.
All right, any debate? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Motion carries. 15. Resolution amending the projects of the general fund 171 ARP American Recovery Program and 171 Health Department sub-funds. Motion by Henderson, second by Duff. Commissioner Henderson.
I ain't got nothing further than this.
Commissioner Duff.
Nothing.
Any debate? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Motion carries 13-2. All right, resolution amending the capital projects fund 177, reflecting changes in expenditure reserve estimates for the 23-24 year. Motion by Wilson, second by Gann. Commissioner Wilson.
Cleanup resolution, been brought for the budget.
Commissioner Gann.
Good enough, sir.
Any debate? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Resolution 3/2410, I'm sorry, that. Motion carries. 15. Resolution amending the operation of the general fund to account for the community development block grant, addressing food insecurity grant for FY23 and amended approved budget. Commissioner Henderson.
I have nothing further.
Commissioner Berry.
Husband, the budget committee, we will adopt.
Any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Motion carries. 15. All right, 3/2411, a resolution allowing the sheriff's department to apply for the small rural and tribal body worn camera program grant. Motion by Wilson, second by Gann. Commissioner Wilson.
This is, something either with or without they're gonna have to get. They're about 20 years old. Technology has now since been outdated. You can no longer update the body cams as needed. So I think it's roughly 22 or 24? 24 for purchasing. Been for the budget, nothing further.
Commissioner Gann.
Keep our fingers crossed they get it, helps save us a lot of money.
All right, any discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. Motion carries. 15, resolution amending resolution 08-2308 to properly reflect the changes orders to originally engineering and other preliminary costs renovating the south side of the health department building. Motion by Wilson, second by Henderson. Commissioner Wilson.
I will defer to the county executive if he wants to speak on behalf of this.
All right, before he does that, Commissioner Henderson.
I have nothing further.
All right.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wilson. This is, ensuring that the funds are available. This is the movement of funds as we move forward on the construction of the document, storage portion of the health department building. And everything is on track, moving full speed ahead. Moving these funds, ensures that we continue moving forward.
All right, any discussion, any debate? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk. All right, that's all the business I have coming before the county commission. Any other business?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to thank everybody for the prayers for me a couple weeks ago when I landed in the ER. It's greatly appreciated, definitely answered, so thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, April is County Government Month, across the country, so, it'd be nice if we did something, if we could do something for our employees during county government month. Whatever we can work. But just be aware that it's county government month, and, thankful for everybody that keeps our county running, and, job everybody's doing. Thank you.
All right, if no other business to come before the county commission, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.